don't usually say this, but massive epilepsy warning for the rest of this video. Frozen Fjords gets really dark, and this loadout is constant explosions. It's a lot of flashing stuff. It's super awesome, but if that's going to be triggering you, heads up, this might not be the video for you. So I have shown this loadout before on the channel. Link to this down below. Link to the next video down below, because there are two variants of this build. You can run it with Happy Holidays, which is really, really nice and consistent, or Totally Rocking Out, which does tremendously more damage, but it's a little bit tougher to get your loadout working. So what's happening here is Raven is awesome, lefty and righty, boom, 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 boom. The footage you've been seeing was recorded in the mission prior to this video because I was just hanging out on stream. Twitch link down below if you guys ever want to see these videos live. I do record and edit almost all my videos on stream, so Twitch link down below. It's a fun place to hang out. And I was just using this build because it's so fun. And thank you, was it Stardust in our game? Yeah, Stardust. He called out a bazooka for me because shared loot and ventures is awesome. If you kill glowing animals nearby a teammate, you could just pick up their weapon. I got a xenon bow from one of the crows and was able to give that to my whole team. Awesome. And getting a bazooka was fantastic because I have a vacuum tube launcher and I don't want to use that, but let me explain the build. So lefty and righty, boom, 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 awesome, awesome, but it's a very big cooldown. We all know this. That's why we're not running it in 160s all the time. But if I go to the map real quick here, go to mission info and change my screen, you can see super soldiers have a headshot bonus. That is irrelevant, but the rest is interesting. Ranged weapon eliminations reduce active cooldowns by 4 seconds. So if you have a rocket launcher, everything in that blast radius that is an elimination times 4 is your cooldown gone. It is extremely awesome. Now that's why like the vacuum tube launcher does a really good job, but it's 30 energy cells per shot, and that's a lot. You can switch off of it early, I think, to like not use all the ammo, but that's a lot. Now you also get extra frag grenades, which is less useful for 2 reasons, 3 maybe. 1, we're not using them that much. We're doing enough explosive damage on our own. 2, you're capped at 3 fragments, so it's pretty much your normal amount anyway. And 3, they're bugged right now. So half the time your frags just don't even throw. It's whatever. We're not using them anyway. It doesn't really matter. Reduced melee and trap damage is kind of irrelevant when we are basically the entire defense. So let's go over this loadout one more time. I don't know if this is exactly what I showed in my previous video, but you get the idea. Raven in the lead. If you didn't pick him up when he was available, I'm so sorry. He's a great pickup, and I've been saying it. Every time he comes to the game, I say, don't miss him, don't miss him, don't miss him, because anytime lefty and righty is useful, he is amazing. Happy Holidays is optional. So I use it to reduce cooldown because it's really, really good. In a previous video, I have used Totally Rocking Out. That is really, really effective, and we've already got battle beats. So if you're going to sub this out, the options, in my opinion, are hand cannons if you really, really like mobility. But if you don't care about mobility and you just want to do more damage, you can sub out Eternal Wanderer for wafers if you want it to be activated on, your action, or Fumble if you just want to be lazy. That's the Totally Rockin' Out version. I'm going to stick to Happy Holidays, given that I just ran the same mission I showed you in the intro. I know we're going to be doing plenty of damage and we don't need Fumble. I am going to stick to Eternal Wanderer because her movement speed is so nice. I'm addicted. That's it. She doubles your sprint stamina. It's so good for getting around the map. It's useless during the defense, but even then, running back and forth between the mini boss, not useless. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. So battle beat, if you get a bunch of eliminations, it increases your damage by 50%. That's fading over 8 seconds, but it is a lot. It makes a big difference. In fact, I'll show this clip here where I was killing a bunch of normal enemies. I was picking them off one by one. Also that I could activate Battle Beat and shoot 50% more damage versus the Smasher, and then he died shortly thereafter. So it's actually a good perk to have, especially since you're going to be wanting to kill lots of enemies, and since you're killing lots of enemies, Noir comes into play. He increases your lefty and righty by up to 10 seconds based on eliminations. It's a nice thing to have. And then hand cannons, as mentioned, those cannonballs are not only very good, but there's a long-standing bug in the game where those cannonballs explode into more cannonballs, and then they like do that again. So they explode into 3, that's normal, but then the second batch is not intended. So I hope Epic leaves that one alone. This game has enough bugs that are definitely hurting the experience of the game, and cannonballs being a little bit better, I don't think is that big of a deal. But I digress. And then base solo. He is kind of an awesome option because as I am using this loadout, I am using Warcry and then lefty and righty. And I'll save you the math on 0.4 divided, 15 divided by that. It's 6. You get 6 extra seconds if you can kill 15 enemies with lefty and righty, which should be pretty easy. So his uptime is really, really nice. If for some reason, maybe you're getting carried or whatever, maybe you don't have him because he is a mythic. There are a couple of heroes, the ghoul heroes. There's a guy and a girl. They give you an extra 3 seconds. It's half, but you don't need 15 eliminations, which is actually quite good if you're focusing on a mini boss. See, if you pop your Warcry and use your lefty and righty versus the mini boss, base solo might actually give you nothing there. So it's kind of up to your playstyle. I'm going to go for the generalist build and just use base solo. If I have to focus on a bunch of enemies around me before I go to the mini boss, that's kind of okay because it might seem like you're wasting time versus that mini boss, but if you're killing a bunch of enemies, activating battle beat, increasing your Warcry, maybe it's a good trade-off. You'll do more damage in the end either way. So it's just a really, really fun, crazy build. I have the launchers to finally show it off, and I'm slightly under-leveled, but we're all sort of going at the same rate here, and I think this is a really perfect mission to show this off. We haven't built the defense yet, but what a wonderful little area. In fact, actually, I'm going to call all teammates to me now, because I sort of want to just start this, but cleaning out the enemies is so easy with this build. Look at it go. It just destroys everything. Now, it's always hard to show Venture's loadouts, because the level of you and your teammates combined, plus growing in Venture's level, means the power level of the enemies are always changing. This is why I record all my videos in the 160 zones, by the way. It's not just the hardest area in the game, but it's consistent. That's important. And in Ventures, you don't really get that, but rest assured, this is a lot of damage. Now, this is an assassin spawn. All of them are spawning in a circle around the defense, which means the enemies are way more interested in you than the actual defense, which is kind of great. I'll take it. And the Xenon bow recently getting nerfed. It's not anybody's favorite thing, but it's still good enough to cheese some easy kills like that. And then we can go and do this. So we just need to make sure to antagonize all of the enemies around. Oh no, oh no. This is where totally rocking out would be helping out a lot more. Thank you for the revive. Let me just pull out my launcher. I'm not messing around with the Xenon bow anymore. I want to get kills. I want to get that cooldown reduced. There's a smasher in trouble. There we go. They're standing still. I want to get some group kills. I need enemies standing together, just like that. Then maybe we could shoot that one right there. Reload for the next round. Hit the war cry, boosting myself and my teammates. Focus on that smasher. And then somebody's running, I think it's Jack. He's running Ice King and Boom Base, which is increasing the crit chance of my lefty and righty, which is awesome. And general damage overall. And Ice King in the lead means they're all getting frozen, which is great. I love this environment. You can't see it around the explosions all the time, but it's so good. And you can see once you get those 10 eliminations, it just extends it by so much. It's awesome. Now, I would hope that this corridor, yes, does have enough room for one person. I'm going to try and get a bunch of kills there. Beautiful. Look at that. 2 rocket shots, and the entire ability is back up. I love that. It's so satisfying. Lefty and righty is such an overpowered ability, especially with Raven in the lead, that they nerf it with this massive cooldown that you can do very little about. I mean, yeah, there's Where's Lefty, and she is not present in the build for some obvious reasons, I hope. She lowers your ability cooldown by 1 second with pistol and SMG kills. And we already have cooldown reduction built into the Ventures modifier here, and a pistol and an SMG does not generally have very good crowd clearing. So getting a bunch of pistol and SMG eliminations is tricky. If you find yourself with a good pistol, with a good SMG, and you can use that to not only reduce it by 1 second, but 4 extra given the game mode modifier, that's something. But I am not opting to use that in this build. And killing all those enemies behind me, by the way, made me nervous, because I figured, hang on, if I kill them, then I'm not going to be able to kill them to get my cooldown back. So if I kill them with my lefty and righty, I can't get my ability back in time. And I am nervous about the amount of explosive ammo I'm using. That's actually part of why I'm recording this, because on the day that I'm recording this, I'm going to be late for shop, and it wasn't when I wanted to record videos today, but I know that getting adhesive resin in this zone isn't the easiest thing ever. You can do it. You can do it. There are trees. It's not that crazy. But it's hard to farm up tons and tons of explosive ammo or energy ammo. I'm going to have to make a dedicated effort to make sure I can maintain this loadout. So I'll probably be switching between that one and like my Cloak Shadow build. Link to that in the description down below. My favorite loadout. I'm actually not going to use any more rocket ammo because, as I'm saying, ammo is a bit hard to come by. I don't want to waste it all. And we got about 8 seconds left in this wave. And Jack, do you want to just queue us up for the next one right away? Oh, hey, look, adhesive resin. Oh, that's another thing about the sharing stuff. I mentioned that the glowing animals getting shared between teammates is great for sharing weapons, but that kind of thing just happens anyway. Someone gets a kill, enemy drops loot on the ground, somebody farms some stuff, and all of that is just available to everybody. It's really, really nice, and I'm a big fan of that change to the game. I was hoping to antagonize those enemies so that they could come on over, but yeah. Tomatech out here putting down that floor spike. Thank you so much. What was that for? Just to slow the enemies down?
I'm trying to get enemy tags so I can get the bird chest because I haven't been getting any.
Oh, wow, that's actually smart. You need to trap kills?
No, well, not even trap kills, just like any form of damage tagging on the enemy grants it like as me as a partial person that killed the enemy, so it'll have a chance of dropping the chest.
Wow.
Shameless
Is that Bleaker's stash?
I made a video about tagging on my channel.
Archer made a video about tagging on his channel. Go check it out.
It's the video, the easiest ways to complete daily quests. The whole
Oh, yeah.
How tagging works.
Archer got to know how I feel when he makes a video about daily quests and then they change daily quests.
No, it's still relevant. It is very relevant.
Yeah, but then they made like SSD Wave 4. That's a thing. And yeah. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Healer mini boss. Let's get this cooldown reduced. There's a couple kills there. I don't want to shoot an entire rocket for 2 kills. It sucks. I basically waited for enemies for so long. All right. So here's what I was mentioning in the intro. I think it... What? Oh no! I spammed it! I got too excited and I lost my ability. If only there was a quick way to get it back. All right. There we go. That's not dead, but... All right. So what I was going to say is I want to be able to kill enough enemies to activate Battle Beat. Then I can work on the... Oh, man. I hope somebody has a revive because I'm going to go down. So I'm focusing out here just to get Battle Beat active. And then I'm dead as soon as it's active. This is such a flop. All right. I'm staying strong. I'm staying strong. At least I got good mini-boss footage for the intro of this video. You guys can see just how amazing this build is. Hopefully, my teammates leave him alive long enough for me to actually do something. All right, screw Battle Beat. I want to do something to this mini-boss. As it teleports. Oh, it's trolling me. There we go. There we go. You don't even need Battle Beat. I was just being greedy. I was just being greedy. There you go. Easy kill. Easy kill. As I mentioned, totally rocking out, and some better mission planning, by the way, would be going a very long way for this build. Totally rocking out, of course, heals you when it's active, which it is doing quite a bit when you're getting a bunch of kills. But, yeah, healing you is nice, and that would be going a long way. And Happy Holidays, again, is really more for consistency more than damage, because it doesn't give you any damage bonus. It's just activating the perk a lot more often, getting that cooldown reduced by a ton. And as you can see, my loadout is not that perfect yet. You know, enemies don't always group together, and my Xenon bow is not that strong. I got double crit rating, which is fine, I guess, but the projectile is so low nowadays that it's tricky, and yeah, if the enemies aren't grouping together, it's tough. That's actually why I recorded that intro footage the way I did, because I was running that mission on stream. I wasn't like recording, there wasn't a video around that, but I saw that all the enemies were spawning in one general area, running to me, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I need to take advantage of this, so I try to get that footage for you guys, because that's like the perfect version of this loadout. When there's bunches of enemies all in one spot, you can hit them all in one rocket or one bow and take them out with ease. It's wonderful. So, yeah, I hope this build was really useful. I hope you guys enjoy it. If anybody watching this hasn't leveled up Raven before, please do it. It's so worth it. And this is pretty much the only time of the year where he could be really, really good. There is the Rage modifier in the other Venture season, but it's not quite as effective as this one. I think it, like, whenever you shoot an enemy, you get some energy back. But that doesn't stack a bunch, and you can't do it instantly like this one. So, this season, Frozen Fjords is the time for this loadout to shine. So, that's it. That's just a quick video, little loadout showcase. I don't know when this is going up because life is busy and I've got too many videos on my plate, but, you know, subscribe for more regardless. Channel members get early access to scheduled videos. That might include this one. I'm not 100% sure. I usually try to rush loadouts, but I'll figure that out on my end. Yeah, like the video. Use code Mista at your checkout if you guys want to support me. Twitch link down below if you guys want to see these live. Enjoy the season, you guys. And then